Precious people. How are we doing today? It's beautiful here where I'm at. Nice and sunny. Um, Went out and watered my flowers. Um, I'd like to welcome you to the live. Um, Today I want to talk about grief and just loss and how loss affects our life. Um, Grief is all consuming. It is a deep, natural emotion, physical response to losing someone or something important. It brings a heavy mix of shock, sadness, and anger. How many of you out there have a testimony of experienced grief and loss? I'm sure there are many, and most people don't get to talk about it, um, how it affects their lives. Um, It affects the signs are it affects our life with deep sadness, numbness, guilt, the what ifs, anger, or sudden worry. Um, it gives us physical signs of tiredness, trouble sleeping, headaches, stomach aches, nervous anxiety all the time, worry that if it can happen once, it can happen again. Um, it's not linear. Feelings come in waves and do not follow a strict schedule or a set of rules. It just pops up whenever it pops up. You could be at work and somebody say something to you and you just lose all, control. Hi there, Brittany. Um, I want to tell you a little story. Oh, actually, it's a big story in my life uh, about a loss. I was um, well 17 years ago, and I used to go and I had a friend that had a tanning bed, and I would go and tan at her house, and we would sit and visit. And back then, I was an alcoholic, um, drank a lot, not every day, but when I did it, I did it upright. Let me tell you. Um, but uh, that day, June 19th of 2008, um, I had already tanned, and I we were sitting outside on her front porch in a little small town. Town is only like 400 people. So you know it's 4 blocks. It's the whole town. So we were sitting visiting, and I saw the cops drive by like twice, and I told her at the time because I was a drinker, and you know I was known to be a drinker. And I was just, being a smart aleck, really. And I told her, I said, yeah, they're probably looking for me. And we got a little laugh over that. Um, and uh, he turned around and he came back and he was looking for me. And, he said my name and I stood up and was walking towards him. And he said, no, I need you to sit back down. And I'm thinking, what is he talking about? And why is he, messing with me? I haven't done anything. Um, this might be a little hard. I should have got tissues. Um, yeah, it might be harder. Maybe shouldn't have done it live. Um, he came and he said that my daughter had just been in a car accident, and so of course, where, what, where is she? I gotta call her. I gotta call her. And he's like, no, you can't call her. And I said, no, where is she? I have to call her. And he, proceeded to say no. And I couldn't drive at the time because I had lost my driver's license due to my drinking. So he told me that she was at the hospital and that he would take me there. Well, the hospital is 40 miles away from because it was such a small town. Um, and I'm still trying to figure out. He told me that she didn't make it, and I'm in just disbelief. Really, is what I'm in. I'm in like, nope. I just need to see her. I just need to see her, and um, trying to find me a ride to get to this other town um, where she's at, and the lady that decided to take me was just driving so slow, and my you know anxiety is through the roof. I'm trying to get to my daughter so I can talk to her, and as we're driving, um, I see her car down a huge embankment, and the police are down there. So I asked her to stop the car. She stops the car, and I run down there and I said, "This is my daughter's car. Where is she? Where is she?" And they told me, she needs to go to, um, or she's at the hospital. I need to go to the hospital. And so I, I still just couldn't wrap my mind around why she was at the hospital. And so um, we get to the other town. Well, she's not at the hospital. She's at the funeral home. And in this little place, you know, I don't know. I've never really experienced um, losing a loved one, so I don't really know how these things work. I just, on TV, they take them to the hospital. You go and see them at the hospital. Um, she never went to the hospital. She went to the funeral home. So we get to the funeral home, and then I'm upset because I want to see her. And the funeral director will not let me see her. He says I can't see her, and I said, "Oh no, I'm gonna see her." And he said, "I can't let you see her right now. You're gonna have to come back." Um, and I got very, very, very angry. And at the time, I was in outpatient IOP for my drinking, and so I went up to their office and I said, my daughter's just been in a car accident. Um, I'm extremely angry. I need to see her, and I'm going to drink. And I said, it doesn't matter because, I can't handle this. I am going to drink. And they said I can't see her till tomorrow. And the the guy at the IOP, I think, was just shocked. He didn't know what to say to me, and he said, "Well, if that's what you need to do, then I guess what you need to do. Um, he didn't try to stop me from drinking or, say, no, that's not the answer. No, he just said you do what you need to do. So I went and got alcohol and I sat on the porch and I drank. Oh, it's just beer, but I drank and drank and drank and drank all night long um, till the next morning. And I went to the funeral home to see my daughter first thing that morning because, they wouldn't let me see her the night before. And still wasn't real. She was laying there on a like a table, and so I had to plan a funeral, which I knew nothing about, um, and it was my daughter. So uh, I don't remember a whole lot about planning the funeral. I just remember bits and pieces here and there. Uh, but my daughter had moved up here from another state that she had lived in her whole life, and I had lived in, you know, basically mine. But she hated it here. She didn't like it here, and so I had this struggle of uh, burying her in a place where she hated. I struggled with that. And so I decided to have her cremated, um, which I don't, it's not something that you should have to figure out for your child. Um, sorry, I didn't know that I was, I mean, I knew I would get emotional, but I didn't know that I wasn't going to be able to just, keep it together long enough to do this. Um, she, so we had a open casket funeral, and I remember before they shut it to take her, I went up and I went to kiss her and give her a hug, and I told her, "Move over, I'm going with you." And the woman that did that, let me get a tissue, excuse me. Sorry about all the noises. So the woman that said that to her that day did. She died and went with her. And I told the Lord that I wanted to make my daughter proud because she hated my drinking. She hated it. And I said, but I can't stop. I don't know how to stop. So the Lord told me, He just took it from me. He just delivered me from alcohol the day that I told Him that. And I have never drank again. I have never desired to drink again. That was uh, 17 years ago. And I said all of that and told y'all this very, very painful story to show you how grief affects your life. And grief is very hard. And grief hurts. And the 14th of this month is her birthday. And I still have a really, really hard time. I miss her. And it's just so very, very sad that she didn't get to have a life. But the Lord helps us. He does help us. Right now, it's hard to tell that the Lord can comfort us, but He can. This grief process has gotten easier for me only through the Lord. And I want to give you a few scriptures if you're going through this today that you need to talk about it. You need to get it out. You don't need to hold it in. Because this is a real painful broken heart. And it's very, very painful. And whether it be your daughter, another family member, a friend, your animal that you've had forever, it's extremely painful. And people that haven't been through it don't really understand it. So find you a trusted friend that you can talk to, that you can open up about it, and just whatever the case may be about your pain or about your memories, the good memories, which is where I'm at now. This is just very painful for me to talk about. But I try to enjoy the memories of her. For her birthday every year, I buy her a rose bush and I plant it in my yard. And that's my daughter's garden. And that helps me have a beautiful memory of her. And so, maybe through my grief today, I can help someone else know that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. It's just painful. And the Lord knows your pain. He really does. And I'm going to give you a couple of scriptures if I can see through all of this. I'm so sorry. And one of the things that you need to do if you don't have a trusted friend or someone that you can talk to, get a counselor or a therapist. I went to therapy for a long time. Not just about this, but this was a big topic in therapy, and learning how to not feel guilty about being happy. Because sometimes when you're laughing and you're happy, you feel guilty because I shouldn't be feeling happy. When she's no longer alive. But it's okay. I mean, it is okay. And they wouldn't want you to not be happy. So, let's read a scripture. Psalms 34:18. God is near to those who have a broken heart and saves those who have a crushed spirit. Psalms 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Matthew 5:4. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. 1 Peter 5:7. Let him have all your worries and cares, for he is always thinking about you and watching everything that concerns you. He is he he feels your pain. You know, Jesus died on the cross, a horrible death. So God knows our pain. And um, there are no a lot of times people want to know the why. There is no why. There's no answer. You're not going to get an answer to your why. It's not a good answer, you know. Um, so um, that will just drive you crazy. The what ifs and the whys. So you have to let that go. You really do, and love the people that are still here. You will see. I will see my daughter again in heaven. I will see her. There is no doubt in my mind that I will see her again in heaven. And she's up there just dancing in a red dress. I see her. I see her dancing in a red dress. And uh, I want to give somebody today some comfort in that. I'm not sure who I'm talking to. I believe I'm talking to somebody because this was this was rough, people. This is pretty rough. Um, but I want you to know that you're not alone and that your pain is not going unseen. And it's okay for you to be happy. And it's okay for you to talk about them and share beautiful memories about them. It's okay. It's okay to get upset and bawl your eyeballs out. It's okay. It's okay. You know, because you love them. And that's painful. And now they're with Jesus, but we still miss them, you know? So, whoever I'm talking to today, I hope that this gave you some a little bit of comfort. I don't know. Something's going on outside my house. It sounds like a chainsaw. Hope nobody's out there chainsawing my fence down. But uh, yes, I love each and every one of you. And like I said, I really hope that this gave you some comfort today to know that it, you know, you will get better. You will. There's a song that I like to play about uh, my daughter being in heaven, and it's oh man, I can't remember. Let me look it up. Oh, it's called "Dancing in the Sky" um, by Danny and Lizzie, and I don't know if I can play it without uh, YouTube taking this video down. They probably will. But if you get a chance, go and listen to this song, Dancing in the Sky. It's an awesome song, and it will help you out a little bit. Okay, guys, I gotta, I gotta get off of here and do something with my face. Um, I love you guys. I'm out of here.